Most people ruin their own power without even realizing it. They believe reacting fast makes them strong. They think defending themselves every time earns respect. In reality, every emotional outburst lowers their value. You might be doing this daily and wondering why nothing changes. Learn to stay unbothered, and you gain control others can feel. Respect grows. Pressure fades. Doors open. Like and subscribe if you are serious about leveling up, because the real shift starts with one simple decision most people never make. What if your real power has nothing to do with talent? What if it shows up only when you're tested? Most people think success comes from skill or luck. Most people lose control the moment they feel disrespected. A comment hits. They react. A delay happens. They complain. Someone doubts them. They defend themselves immediately. They believe reacting proves strength. They believe fighting back earns respect. But every emotional spike lowers their perceived value. Every visible frustration signals instability. People who stay unbothered move differently. They pause. They observe. They respond only when it serves them. They don't collapse under judgment. They don't rush to prove themselves. That restraint builds weight. Think about Walt Disney. He was told he lacked imagination. Imagine reacting emotionally to that. Instead, he built worlds. Or Albert Einstein, labeled slow, dismissed early. He didn't argue with every critic. He focused. He endured. Instead of reacting to doubt, build skill. Instead of defending your value, increase it. Next time someone underestimates you, say less. Do more. Emotional control is quiet dominance. That's the difference. And this is just the beginning. Because the world is constantly testing you in ways you don't even notice. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The world is always testing you. Every single day. Most people think challenges are random. They think rude coworkers are bad luck. They think criticism is unfair treatment. They think pressure means life is against them. So they react. They snap in meetings. They send emotional messages. They argue to protect their pride. And in that moment, they hand over control. People who understand the game see it differently. They expect the test. They anticipate friction. They know tension reveals rank. So they stay calm on purpose. They don't rush to correct every insult. They don't defend every misunderstanding. They let silence do the heavy lifting. Picture this. You're in a meeting. Someone challenges your idea publicly. Most people interrupt. They over-explain. They try to win instantly. Instead of reacting, pause. Look at them. Say, "That's interesting. Let's explore it." Control the tone. Slow the room down. When you react emotionally, you signal loss of control. Control equals power. Power shapes perception. Perception shapes opportunity. If others feel they can move you easily, they will. Calm people feel scarce. Scarcity means rare. Rare means valuable. Stay steady. You keep the leverage. But knowing this isn't enough, because most people still crumble in the heat of the moment. Ever notice how most damage happens in the first 5 seconds? One comment, one tone, and boom, most people react instantly. They reply to the message right away. They fire back in arguments. They defend before thinking. They believe speed equals confidence. It doesn't. It equals emotional exposure. And once your emotion is visible, your leverage drops. People who are hard to shake do one simple thing. They wait. 10 seconds. Sometimes longer. They let the emotional wave pass. They refuse to let the first impulse decide their future. That pause creates space, and space creates power. Next time someone sends a provoking text, don't respond immediately. Put the phone down. Breathe slowly. Count to 10. In a meeting, if challenged, take a sip of water. Look at your notes, then answer calmly. Instead of reacting, choose. Here's why this works. Emotion is fast. Control is slow. When you delay your response, your brain shifts from impulse to intention. Impulse seeks relief. Intention seeks outcome. Big difference. 10 seconds feels small, but it changes perception instantly. You look composed, stable, untouchable. That's step 1. But controlling your reaction is only half of it. What your face reveals next matters even more. What if your face is betraying you before you even speak? What if people can read your insecurity in 1 second? Most people think emotions stay inside. They don't. Your eyebrows tighten. Your jaw locks. Your eyes widen. Your lips press. You say nothing, but your face is shouting, and others pick it up instantly. They sense irritation. They sense doubt. They sense that they moved you. People who feel unshakable train their expression, not to fake confidence, but to regulate it. They practice a neutral face, relaxed jaw, steady eyes, slow breathing, calm posture. They look the same under praise or pressure. Try this tonight. Stand in front of a mirror. Think about a recent insult. Watch your micro-reactions. Now soften your face. Lower your shoulders. Breathe slower. Hold eye contact with yourself. Stay there for 60 seconds. Train your nervous system to stay steady. Your body leads your mind. When your face is calm, your brain follows. It reduces internal panic. It signals safety. And safety creates control. People respond to what they see. If they see stability, they hesitate to test you again. Composure is contagious. But there's a deeper shift that changes everything. And this next one is where real internal power is built. What if the problem isn't the pressure, but your interpretation of it? What if the event isn't attacking you at all? Most people ask the weakest question possible. Why is this happening to me? Why are they treating me like this? Why do I always face this? That question makes you small. It turns you into the victim of circumstance. And victims react emotionally because they feel powerless. People who grow fast ask a different question. How is this training me? What is this sharpening? What skill is being demanded right now? They flip the frame instantly, from threat to training, from attack to upgrade. Imagine a coworker criticizes your presentation. Instead of replaying the insult all night, pause. Say this internally. Good. This is pressure practice. Instead of thinking they embarrassed you, think they exposed a weak spot. Now you can strengthen it. Instead of avoiding the next presentation, volunteer again. Your brain follows the meaning you assign. Meaning creates emotion. Emotion drives behavior. If you label something as humiliation, you shrink. If you label it as training, you expand. This is control, not of events, but of interpretation. That shift builds resilience fast, and the next step makes that shift automatic if you do it daily. Do you think confidence appears randomly each morning? It doesn't. It's installed. Most people wake up and immediately absorb chaos, notifications, news, other people's demands. They let the outside world set their emotional tone. Then they wonder why they feel reactive all day. They never prime their mind. They just hope for stability. Hope is not a strategy. People who feel grounded design their internal script. They repeat specific phrases every morning, not cheesy lines. Precise commands. I don't react. I respond. Nothing controls my state without permission. Pressure sharpens me. They say it slowly. They feel it. They install it. Next time you wake up, don't touch your phone. Sit up. Breathe deep 3 times. Repeat one sentence 10 times with intent. See yourself handling tension calmly. Rehearse composure before the day begins. Repetition rewires expectation. Expectation shapes reaction. When your brain expects calm, it delivers calm. That is programming. Simple, practical, effective. Do this daily and your baseline shifts. You stop being surprised by stress. But even with programming, there's one leak that destroys your power, and most people never notice it. Here's the uncomfortable question. Why are you reacting to things that don't even matter? Most people waste emotional energy on trivia. A random comment online ruins their mood. A sarcastic joke lingers all day. A delayed reply feels like rejection. They treat every irritation like a battle. They jump into arguments that change nothing. They prove points no one will remember. And slowly, their energy drains. People with real presence are selective. They ask one filter question. Does this deserve my energy? If the answer is no, they disengage. No dramatic exit. No explanation. Just silence. They conserve their emotional currency. Next time someone tries to provoke you, don't take the bait. Instead of replying instantly, close the app. Instead of correcting every misconception, let it pass. Instead of winning the argument, win your peace. Channel that energy into skill, into fitness, into building something tangible. Energy is finite. Attention is power. Where attention goes, emotion follows. Where emotion goes, momentum builds. If you give your emotion to small conflicts, you shrink. If you reserve it for meaningful moves, you expand. Selective calm creates authority, and when you combine all of this, something shifts socially. People start treating you differently. Here's what most people never expect. When you react less, life reacts differently to you. Most people think respect is demanded. They try to speak louder. They explain more. They defend harder. They show intensity to prove importance, but intensity without control feels unstable. And instability lowers trust. People may listen, but they don't follow. People who master calm don't chase respect. They attract it. They speak when necessary. They stay steady under pressure. They don't scramble to fix perception. They let consistency shape it, and others feel it. Imagine 2 leaders in a tense meeting. One raises his voice, interrupts, pushes harder. The other listens, pauses, speaks slower, keeps eye contact. The room shifts toward the second one, not because he is louder, because he feels grounded. Less reaction creates mystery. Mystery creates perceived depth. Perceived depth increases value. Value attracts opportunity. When you stop reacting to everything, people stop testing you. When you stop proving yourself, people start assuming strength. Fewer reactions, more control, more respect. That's the shift. Power was never about talent. It was about control. Not controlling people, controlling yourself. Most people think strength is loud. It is not. It is stable. You do not need more skill. You need better reactions. And you can start today. Do this and things shift fast. People test you less. Conversations feel lighter. Rooms feel different when you enter. They react. You pause. They chase approval. You hold frame. That is the upgrade. Pick one move. Wait 10 seconds before responding. Or keep your face neutral under pressure. That is enough for today. Small move. Huge impact. You are building a different version of yourself. More grounded. More rare. When people treat you differently, do not be shocked. You change the energy first. If this hit, subscribe. You just got this for free. One click supports the channel. Level up with us. Now, here is the next step. Staying unbothered makes you solid, but attraction requires more than calm. In the next video, you will learn how to move in a way that pulls people in instantly. If you mastered composure, you are ready for that shift. Go watch it now.